Pottsville Apache pregame show for the playoffs in 3, 2, 1. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Malvern, home of the Leopards. It is round 1 of the state high school playoffs. The postseason tournament begins tonight, and everybody's record is 0-0. Nobody has a big advantage tonight, except maybe the advantage of playing as the home team. Coach Brian Rust of the Apaches joins us as our pregame show guest. And, Coach, thanks for the time this morning. I know you all got a long trip today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Excited to get out of there. I mean, it's the first week of playoffs. We've kind of been waiting for the last, couple of weeks. We had finished in the season, then we had a week off last week. So we're ready to get going.
All right. And I think, maybe as kind of to wrap up the regular season, I think with 4 wins in a row, it's probably pretty safe to say you guys are playing the best football you've played all year right now.
Oh, really have. I mean, we got 2 really, really big wins. Well, the 3 in a row, really. We're kind of looking back to CAC and, in that game and how big it was, pivotal it was, really, because if we would have lost that game, you're sitting there with have-tos against Lamar and Clinton to even make the playoffs. So again, our guys have really got going at the right time and playing our best football. Now, with that said, we kind of ended up the season with Dover's senior night and things like that. And then, last week we had a faceless opponent. We just kind of had to battle ourselves, and we're still trying to, stay in shape and go through our routine of what you do, every week in practice, just trying to maintain. And that was really hard the week before this week. And, I felt like this week we've come out really, really well and really trying to nail down everything we're going to see tonight.
Are any concern in your mind, since we haven't played in a couple of weeks, about offsides, procedure, that kind of stuff, or do you think by now they've got it nailed down?
Well, I mean, that's kind of the always the worry is with the bye week, and I've heard a lot of things through the years about how to do this and how to do that, and so we just tried to stay as much routine as we could, still going through our basic fundamental, stuff we do every day and every week in practice, and tried to stay with the program, even though we didn't have anybody to play. We kind of just went down the gamut of what we do every week, and hopefully that puts us in a good position this week to kind of stay with that program.
Kind of caught a bad break. Harmony Grove played probably their worst game of the year. They ended up losing to a rival in Bauxite. So explain to me how we ended up with the 4th seed, or do I need a calculator and a computer?
Well, it's just kind of how Arkansas football does their playoff stuff, and you trying the tiebreaker, and there's no easy way to do it for sure, but and we knew that this was the worst possibility that could have happened for us was we were pretty much sitting there at second by ourselves, unless Bauxite were to beat Harmony Grove. And again, we've had a couple really bad ones. The very first conference game was against Harmony Grove. We lose to them by 1 in a heck of a hard fought game. And then we had probably the worst game of the year against Bauxite at our place. We turned over 7 times and just really, really a bad night. And so you're sitting there, but since then we've done everything we could to put ourselves in position to get a home playoff game, to do all those things. The guys knew what was at stake, and we did everything we could to put ourselves in position. And then it just happened that Friday we're sitting there, basically helpless watching, Harmony Grove play a game that didn't mean a whole lot, and Bauxite where it meant a whole lot to them. And they come back and beat Harmony Grove 14-7, and that still leaves Harmony Grove in the 1 seed. It moved Lamar up to a 2 seed just because of the tiebreaker points, because us, Bauxite, Lamar were all tied for second. So, we finished conference runner-up, but with a 3-way tie, the first thing that goes to points, and we only had that 1-point win over CAC, which really hurt us. So they take the 2 high point people, that would have been Lamar, Bauxite, and so you take the winner of those 2 head-to-head. Lamar beat Bauxite head-to-head. That put them at the 2. Then you go back, and the 2 teams left were Bauxite and us. Bauxite beat us head-to-head, so that gives them the 3, puts us to the 4. Yeah, and like I said, that's how the system works. It's not very fun, but it is what it is.
Well, and it's frustrating. We went to Lamar, basically, won the game on their field. In fact, basically ended up winning it going away, and then you ended up seated below them. And just about the time today I started to type out my letter to the AAA to complain about it, I asked myself, Self, what would you suggest that's better? And I got nothing.
Right.
If I had a better idea, I'd pass it on. But just a bad break for us. And maybe tonight we can take our frustrations out on the road against the Leopards.
That's right. Absolutely.
Malvern's pretty good, right?
Oh, yeah. They very talented. Some say they're, in that 7-4A down there, they produce state champions year in, year out, at a regular basis. And again, this is no different this year, between them, Ashdown, and Arkadelphia. The talent is amazing down there. And, they're huge up front, offensively and defensively, just huge linemen. You got really good skill guys. I think they've got 2 or 3 guys. They're 4 or 5 range kids. And a couple more kids on the outside that have a lot of speed. Speed's not a problem for them. So, again, very talented. But at the same time, they don't see what we do. And it kind of gives us a little bit of an advantage. If we haven't, they've got a lot of advantages. We've got a few advantages. And that's one thing is what we do is something they're not familiar with. And it should be tough for them to right off the bat, get adjusted to it. So, we've got to start fast and furious to give ourselves a chance and to be right in the middle of it. But again, I feel like this team has just kind of grown leaps and bounds from the beginning of the year to where we are now. And again, you go out there, and that's what this time of year is all about, is going out and playing your best football. We go out and play great football. We're going to be right in the middle of it. And, and that's all I can expect from these guys. And that's kind of our expectation, making the trip to go down there and win, beat a really good team. But, this is the playoffs, and that's who you have to play is really good teams. And if you can beat really good teams, you just keep on playing.
Yeah, what's the saying? If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Absolutely.
So you're going to have to play him sometime anyway.
That's
so
right.
why not now? This team has come such a long way from the beginning of the year. One of the reasons you play a non-conference schedule like Elkins and Dardanelle is so that tonight against Malvern, you're not going to be intimidated.
Right. I feel like, and honestly, the conference even, you look at Elkins, and I would definitely compare Elkins and Malvern as similar type teams. Malvern may have a little bit more size, but, Elkins had a lot of guys up front that were big, strong, physical guys, and some good skill guys. They had a lot of speed. And, again, that's why we play teams like that, to get an idea, and then you roll in the conference, and every week we're playing somebody that's got a 4 or 5 guy, so it's not like we move into conference and we don't see speed and all that kind of stuff. So we've had to be adjusted to it most of the year. In every game we've learned a little bit better how to play this, how to do that, and hopefully our guys have grown and understand how to track a 4 or 5 guy. Is you can't just go right at him and expect to tackle him. You've got to learn how to run him to an area and get to him. And again, they're very shifty too. So whenever you get to them, you can't just sit there and try to go for that big hit and make the crowd go wild. You have to get a hold of them, the first guy. The next guy can come in and pound a little bit, and that's what we've got to do. So you learn those things, and again, with the spread offenses they see week after week down in that conference, their defensive linemen really have grown accustomed to, trying to get up the field. And, for what we do run the option, that gives us a good read. So, Nason ought to be able to understand that, those guys, if he's flying upfield, that makes a read even that much easier, to make sure we're getting the right place at the right time offensively.
Arkadelphia had some success over the Leopards just running right straight at them. Is that something we can hope to duplicate?
Well, definitely. We don't need to run side to side. They're going to win that contest every time. Now, there are times where if we're hurting them up the middle, they may move inside, and when that happens, we'll go outside, and get what we can get if they're giving it to us. So, that's definitely the game plan is going right at them, not giving them time to run us down.
Plus, in recent games, looks like we have actually thrown the ball better. Jackson Furr's made some good plays. You've had some guys coming out of the backfield making catches. Maybe our passing game's advancing a little bit too.
Absolutely. And again, I think it's all a concept of what we're doing and what you're trying to do. And again, we want to throw when we want to, not when we have to. And again, that's huge. So if we get their eyes in the wrong places and we see that, we're running the ball and their safeties are, they're screaming up as soon as the ball snapped, then we can take advantage of that and put them in bad situations. So, that's something to keep an eye on is if they're really, getting up the field really fast, then we may be able to throw a ball on and surprise them.
Coach Rust, it's been a pleasure this year. Hopefully we'll get to do this again next week.
Absolutely.
Good luck tonight.
Appreciate you.
All right, thank you. We'll be back to the first round of the state playoffs tonight. We are in Malvern, and we'll take on the Leopards. We'll come back with more on the pregame show after this timeout. This is Pottsville Apache football. Now live in Malvern. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Stephen Glenn. Tonight, round one of the state postseason tournament as your Pottsville Apaches have made the 2-hour drive to Malvern's Claude Mann Stadium as we get ready for tonight's playoff game on David Alpe Field. This is quite the facility, Brother Jim.
Steve, it is. And everybody that's joined us on the broadcast, welcome to Malvern, Arkansas. It is a beautiful spot. I know the scripture says thou shalt not covet, but this press box is hard not to covet, Steve. Man, what a great welcome that and hospitality that we have received in Malvern, Arkansas. We just want to say thanks to each and every one that has made us feel at home. We even got to even park close next to the press box.
Yeah, I'll just stand up here and I'll just throw you our equipment. You stand by the vehicle and catch it.
Yeah, I mean, that's how close. Yeah.
Now, this really is an amazing facility. Here in Leopard Country, the predominant colors are orange and black. We were kind of joking earlier that it was the orange Leopards with black spots, and they are very good. They lost last week to Arkadelphia in what was the de facto championship game. What is this, the 4A7, I think, is the league they play in? Yeah, they'll play the Arkadelphia. Boy, they're just some kind of good. I mean, they're Hooten's pick to win everything, and they manhandled this Leopards bunch, and wow, it was impressive.
Well, and of course, their coach down in Arkadelphia is a guy that you and I both know, Trey Shucker, and got acquainted with Trey's mom and dad years ago when he was assistant coach at Morrilton, And then I think your pass crossed when he landed in Clarksville.
Yeah, he was the junior high principal in Clarksville while my son was going there. And then he also coached my son's Little League team, Little League baseball team, and I had a chance to work with Butch then. His son was a college quarterback in Missouri for a while, and then I think he came back to Arkansas. I don't know where he actually finished up at. But he was the quarterback of the Panthers when we moved up to 4A. Clarksville was still in 4A at that time. So we had several interesting matchups also during the basketball season, although now that I think about it, Trey didn't play basketball. He was footballer only, had a strong throwing arm, very elusive, didn't really want to run the ball, but he was hard to bring down. I do remember that.
Yeah, now he's doing a great job as a head coach of the Arkadelphia Badgers.
All right, looks like the Pottsville Apaches will be back deep to receive the opening kick for tonight's game. A trio of Apaches are back. Colby Stevenson on the near side of the up group. On the right side is Tyler Davis. Carter Gittinger is in the middle. And it will be the Leopards kicking from left to right. Pottsville won the toss. They wanted the football with a chance to get on the scoreboard first. Osiel Martinez handles the kicking chores. Right-footed soccer-style kicker. We are ready to get things underway here in Malvern. Welcome to the postseason 2022 tournament. High kick coming to the near side. I think will go out of bounds. Yep, it's going to go out of bounds. And Pottsville will begin the night with pretty good field position.
Yep. We'll take it on the 35, Steve, and come on offense.
That's right. The Apaches have the ball first at their own 35-yard line.
Steve, I didn't hear any of the hootings or any of the Barry Croom or any of those. I know Malvern's favorite, as you said, David versus Goliath, but Pottsville, we just need to show up on this first series.
Hootens probably doesn't think we should show up, but we're going to.
We're here.
We're here. We're gonna take a crack at it. Pottsville will have it 1st and 10. They'll start at their own 35-yard line. And in case you can't tell from our video, and I'm sure you can, this is an artificial turf field. Eli Nason is your quarterback. He'll be under center. Bryson Villarreal, the single back in the backfield, and then the two wings line up in the flex bone. First play from scrimmage, big opening in the middle of the field if they want to go that way. And that is the direction Pottsville goes. The give is to Villarreal. Looks like he'll cross the 38 to the 39-yard line before he is brought down by David Hutchins for the Leopards after a pickup of 4.
Yep. Didn't get his chance to get his legs churning that time, but he did fall forward for pick up about 4 yards, Steve.
Interesting defensive alignment by Malvern as well, at least on that last play. They did not have anybody nose up over the center, and there was a kind of a big spot there in the middle, and the Apaches able to exploit it for about 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Eli Nason has the offense set at the 39-yard line. Turn right, handoff is to the first man crossing the 43 to the 44-yard line. Right up the middle behind some very good blocking by the Apaches. Charlie Garon helping to open a hole.
Yeah, Steve, the Leopards, they showed up in that same formation again on defense, and there's nobody in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Pottsville able to pick up 5 yards that time. It's going to be 3rd down and about a yard. 3rd and 1 as Eli Nason gets the play from the sideline. Pottsville will not be in any big hurry to run plays either. They would sort of like to shorten this if they could. Jackson first splits out wide to the right on the 3rd and short. Nason under center with 4 on the play clock. And he's going to give it to Villarreal, who'll cross the 45, and he'll have a 1st down at the 46-yard line, brought to you by Heirloom Legal. Heirloom Legal 1st and 10 for the Apaches to get the night started.
Well, that's what you want to do that first series, Steve. Just keep the ball on the ground and pick up the 1st down, and let's keep moving the ball.
Yeah, I told Coach Russ before our coaches show tonight, I'd like to see Pottsville have about 4 drives, each of about 18 or 19 minutes, and about 15 or 16 plays, and then win the game 28-21.
You bet.
1st and 10 Pottsville, just short of midfield. Motion man comes left to right. Give to Villarreal, breaks the tackle at midfield, breaks into the secondary of the Leopards down to the 42 to the 41-yard line. That's going to be very close to it. I think will be another Heirloom Legal 1st and 10.
Yeah, moving the chains, and that's Bryson Villarreal, the senior.
Pottsville on the Leopard side of the field at the 41-yard line. One thing you would have to hope for if you're an Apache fan, and we are, is that perhaps the Leopards might be overlooking this game, maybe overlooking Pottsville a little bit. One can always hope, right? 1st and 10. Ball is at the 41 of the Leopards. The Apache drive on the move. Now they walk the middle linebacker up to the middle. Give it to Ibarra. He's going to turn the corner. Almost broke it into open field, but as he crossed the 35 down to the 34-yard line, he's going to have a nice pickup before he is brought down by Angel Perez.
Steve, one of the things you had mentioned in the coaches show was about matchup, and we're probably not a good matchup for them, and that might be to our favor.
Power football is not what you see a lot of in the 4A7 conference. So, yeah, you see a lot of teams that like to spread it out and throw it all over the place. You don't see a lot of the, in effect, the T-power offense. 2nd down and 3 for the Apaches on the initial drive. Ibarra goes in motion, down the line option. Reed is to give it to Villarreal. Spins out of one tackle out the 30, fights his way down to the 25-yard line. That's going to be another heirloom legal 1st and 10 for the Apaches.
Let's go Apaches. Keep moving that ball.
Yeah, we do. We appreciate it.
Can we also have it?
Yeah. I'm a little busy here.
Is that it?
First and 10 Pottsville at the 25-yard line. Out of the tee, gives straight ahead. Villarreal has a nice pickup. Crosses the 24 to the 23-yard line. For the middle linebacker of the Leopards defense, able to come up and make the stop. Tackle made by number 67, Leonard Leach. He was one of their captains. Go ahead.
A big size Leonard Leach.
Yeah, Leonard is a very typical, I call him middle linebacker. He's the nose guard. I was mistaken on that, and he's a very atypical nose guard. He is a big man, big and athletic. We apologize for the technical difficulties a moment ago. Pottsville on a 2nd and 7, toss sweep to the near side. That is Colby Stevenson trying to stretch it out, and that's not really what Pottsville does very well. You don't really want to give the Leopards a chance to chase that down. And they did. No gain on the play. And may have picked up a yard to the 22. Now Pottsville behind schedule on the chains. Going to be third down and 7 from the Leopard 22. I guess you've got to try that now and again, though, to kind of keep the defense honest, right?
Yep.
Nason under center on 3rd and long. Pottsville's going to run the ball. Reed is to toss it to Ibarra. He's going to cross the 20 to the 19-yard line. Boy, that Leopard defense pursues quickly.
Oh, Steve, they do. So we're not going to have a lot of luck on the outside unless we keep running it up the middle and keep them biting in, and then we might break one on the outside. But I think it's four down territory here, Steve.
Sure looks that way. David Hutchins got outside, kept outside contained, forced Ibarra back to the inside, and then made the tackle out about the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down and every bit of 5 yards. Pottsville has to get the nose of the football to the 15, and the Apaches are going for it on 4th down. Wideout comes wide to the left. That's Jackson Furr. Again, the flex bone from the right hash. We're going to give it to Villarreal, and nothing happening there. He got to the 19 and then no further.
Yeah.
Leopards with an adjustment there. Pickup is maybe 2, but the ball is going to turn over on downs.
Well, Steve, we showed that we can drive the ball on this Leopard defense, and that's the good thing about that series. You hate it it breaks your heart to see it die on the 20-yard line there in the red zone. But now let's see what our defense can do.
Malvern will come out, and are they going to run this offset I formation? Yes, they are. They have 2 running backs on the right hip of the quarterback. 2 wideouts in the formation on the 1st and 10 play. And they're going to give it to Dupree over the right side. Pottsville there, though, to stop him actually in the backfield. Good pursuit from the secondary of the Apaches. Stops that play maybe for They stopped it right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you had Colton Coe, Gittinger. You had the defensive end. Well, you had Ibarra out there as well. A tribe of them, Steve.
Yeah, tribe of Apaches. Second down and long. The play did pick up about a yard. Cedric Simmons is the quarterback. This time a more traditional pistol formation. An H-back on the right side on second and long. Now they empty out the backfield. Direct snap to the running back. Comes to the near side. Turns the corner at the 25. Makes one Apache miss, but then coming up quickly, Nico Ibarra to clean the play up. Ball carrier, I believe, was Dante Cagle out of the H-back position.
Let's see where they spot that.
Looks like they're going to put it at the 26-yard line. So it should be third down and a short 3, long 4. Take your choice. Cedric Simmons is the quarterback, although he's in a deep shotgun, the offset eye to the left side. He's going to keep it and follow the two blockers, have first down yardage and then some. Simmons crosses the 38 to the 39-yard line, and that is going to be a 1st and 10 before Pottsville's Tate Cobb could come up and make the stop.
Yeah, good run by Simmons that time.
Bo Ade unavailable for tonight's ball game. He suffered a knee injury in the last ball game against Dover and not available for tonight's action. 4:54 left to go in the first quarter. Pottsville and Malvern scoreless after one. First possession for the Cats. Again, that offset eye, and again they give it to Dupree, who tries the left side. Pottsville able to stand that up after a very short gain moving to the left. Tyler Davis coming up in run support, along with Nico Ibarra.
Yeah, they've also brought Anthony Motes in at number 55, Steve. He's a big man right there in the middle at nose guard.
Mm-hmm. Big run stuffing capability. Wideout goes to the left side. That's Ethan Martin. He is the favorite target of Simmons, the quarterback. And he'll draw double team coverage on that side on the 2nd down and 9. Pottsville shows blitz, steps back. Quarterback Simmons back to pass. Go route on the right side is wide open, and it is complete to Dante Cagle, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Boy, Cagle is fast.
Boy, he is. They threw a strike that time, Steve.
Touchdown pass from the quarterback, Simmons. And he threw a beautiful spiral, laid it right out there for Dante Cagle to run under and score. 59 yards unofficially on the touchdown pass. 59-yard on the TD. That was pretty, I got to say.
Well, Steve, it was. It was a well-executed play.
Point after attempt coming. Snap is good. The kick is on the way. Low line drive, and I don't think it made it through. It did not. Kick stayed wide of the right. So with 3:57 left to go in the first quarter, Leopards 6, Apaches nothing. We're back after this 30-second timeout on the Arkansas Sports Network.
We see you. Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it because first is who we are.
It was a 5-play, 81-yard touchdown drive by the Leopards. The last 59 yards coming on the touchdown pass from quarterback Cedric Simmons to wideout Dante Cagle. I don't think the Pottsville coverage was expecting Cagle to be quite that fast. He was flying up the right sideline on the go route. And that's what it was. There wasn't any faking, no dancing around. He just put his head down and started running. Here comes the Leopards' second kick. Pottsville's going to field it short of the 20-yard line. Return to the right side at the 30, the 35. And across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Carter Gittinger the return. And Pottsville will take over again with pretty good field position. They're actually going to mark him back at the 36, but that's still pretty good field position. First down and 10 for the Apaches. want to take a moment and say thank you for all of our sponsors this year that made it possible to bring you Pottsville Apache football on the Arkansas Sports Network. 3:50 to go in quarter number 1. Leopards lead at 6-0. Mix up and a fumble, but Villarreal able to come up with it. Mix up on the exchange is actually going to pick up about 3 yards to the 39-yard line.
3 yards, a cloud of dust, and a fumble.
And a fumble. Good hands by Villarreal to get on that before any ball-hungry Leopards could get there. Seeing a lot of Apache fans getting here a little bit late. That's because of what we were told was a accident out on the interstate. Kind of had traffic backed up a long way. So if you're enjoying us on your way here, still plenty of time. 2nd down and 7. Give it to Ibarra with a head of steam. Crosses the 40 over the right side to the 43-yard line. But Malvern is just so quick on how they close on the football and where they close on the ball carrier.
Great pursuit by those linebackers and, of course, good contained by the corners for the Leopards.
3rd down and 5. Things didn't work out so well last time on the 3rd and 5. Well, actually, it was 4th and 5. Apaches went for it deep in Leopard territory, did not convert, and the Leopards made them pay the ultimate price. Play fake to Ibarra. They're going to roll the pocket to the near side. Nason brings it down, has running room. He's going to get close to midfield. And again, I thought that was going to break for much bigger yardage than that, but coming up in a hurry in pursuit was David Hutchins to make the stop. It is still an heirloom legal 1st down.
Yeah, that's a good play call that time by Coach Jones.
Your basic naked bootleg, I think the modern term for it now is waggle.
Waggle?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm old school, naked bootleg.
That's right, and by naked, I mean he had no lead blocking. 1st and 10 Apaches right at midfield. Nason takes the handoff, gives it to Villarreal, and Villarreal is absolutely stuffed in the middle. David Hutchins coming in on the initial hit. Also getting in on the play was Mikhail Gunnels. And I think maybe Leonard Leach had something to do with that stop as well.
Yeah, we're having a hard time there in the O-line getting hat on hat, Steve, and that time it just closed up quick.
2nd down and long. 2nd down and about 9 from the plus 49, just barely. Ibarra is your motion man. They're going to toss it to him. Good kick out block by Stevenson. Ibarra makes a man miss at the 40, gets ahead to the 35, still rumbling up the right side to the 22, to the 21, to the 20-yard line. Nico Ibarra says, we're not intimidated.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Nico, man, all power that time and breaking tackles left and right, and was one tackle away from taking that one to the end zone for the Apaches.
Another replay coming for you so you can enjoy the run. Cole Construction replay. Nico Ibarra with nice running for the Apaches. Gets Pottsville to a 1st and 10 at the 20. Villarreal straight ahead. Stacked up right at the 20. May have got a yard, you think?
A yard at best.
A yard at best. Under a minute to go in the 1st quarter. That has gone well for the Apaches. They do want to shorten this game if at all possible. And with the ball right at the 20-yard line, Pottsville has made it into the Mahan Appraisal red zone, looking for their 1st score of the night. On 2nd and 9, the give is going to be, is that Stevenson?
Yes, number 10.
Colby Stevenson. Only one man could have made the tackle to keep it a short gain, and he did. Nice play by the Leopards. Good run by Stevenson. We'll get the ball down to the 17-yard line, and I don't think Pottsville will snap the ball again in this quarter. We have about 20 seconds. Now, they don't have to if they don't want to. There is a 2-second difference between the game clock and the play clock. In fact, I can tell you now that's what Pottsville's going to do. Yep. So we're going to come to the end of the 1st quarter. The Malvern Leopards leading the Pottsville Apaches, but by a 6-0 margin. We're back after this 1-minute timeout on the Arkansas Sports Network.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
While I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
Welcome back to the second quarter, round number 1 of the state championship tournament. Pottsville Apaches, the 4 seed out of the 4-4A, taking on the Malvern Leopards, the 2 seed out of the 4A7 conference. According to the good folks at Hooten's, Malvern is a big favorite in this game, and you can understand why, but the Apaches are battling. They have a 3rd down and 6 at the Leopard 17-yard line. Again, I would think this is 4-down territory if needed. Counter give coming to the right side. Ibarra has a hole. Leopards fill it, but Ibarra is running over Leopards down to the 10-yard line. That's going to be very close to, but I believe it's going to be a 1st down.
Wow, just power running by big number 25, Ibarra.
In fact, it's going to be 1st and goal to go from the 9-yard line on the Heirloom Legal 1st and 10. So the Apaches even deeper in the Mahan Appraisal red zone. Well, is it 1st and goal to go? Boy, that ball looks like it's right on the 10, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Jackson Fur goes wide to the left. Draw a single coverage there. Villarreal, single back in the backfield. They give it to him on the quick opener. He's inside the 5 to the 3. Spins down to the 2. Although I think we might have had a fumble on the play.
Yeah, but I don't.
Let me see if I can. Looks like Malvern's going to come up with a football now. They're going to call him down.
I think they're going to call him down, Steve. They need to call him down.
They're going to discuss it. I obviously didn't have a good enough look to even venture an opinion on it.
I thought he'd hit the ground when they're giving it to Malvern.
Jalen Dupree came out with a football, and that will thwart an Apache drive. That fumble recovered at the 2-yard line. Well, no, they're going to bring it out a little further than I thought. More like the 7-yard line, isn't it? So Malvern will take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line. Pottsville's going to take a timeout here, maybe do some regrouping. 11:09 left to go in the first half. Malvern 6, Pottsville nothing. We're back in 30 seconds on the Arkansas Sports Network.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Well, kind of some mixed opinions about whether Villarreal was down before the ball came out or not. We don't have a definitive look. Anything on the Cole Construction replay, Justin, that gives one way or the other? No, nothing there that indicates whether he was down or not. Give the officials credit. They did huddle up and got an opinion from everyone. Hey, what did you see? What did you have? Although it looks like Coach Rust is out talking to an official on the far side of the field.
Yeah, Coach Russ is not very happy right now.
A very, very animated discussion. And I don't know for sure that it was on the call on the fumble or something else. Don't even want to speculate. I'll just say that Coach Rust is not happy that Malvern has the ball at their own 7-yard line. Defense needs to rise up here. There's that offset I formation. Handoff across the 15 to the 17-yard line. That's Dupree, the ball carrier. Tyler Davis coming up to make the stop, about 2 yards short of the 1st down. kind of a mini huddle that time by the Leopards. That's a little bit different. Again, offset I formation on the right hip of the quarterback Simmons. And again, they're going to give it to Dupree coming left. He's going to cross the 20, get outside at the 30, and he may be gone. Up the left sideline at midfield. At the 30, the 20, the 15, the 5, touchdown Malvern. Are there any penalty flags? I do not see any. A long touchdown run by Jalen Dupree. Boy, once he hit open field, you weren't catching him.
No, sir.
He was gone. 84-yard touchdown run. Coaches told me he had sub 4.5 speed, and you saw it there when he hit the left sideline.
Looked like the rocket.
Yeah, he did. Hopefully Arkansas will have a few of those tomorrow morning from Rocket.
Mm-hmm.
Malvern going for 2 here?
Yeah, they're going to try to get that point after back.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot they missed that first point after. Leopards line up. 4 receivers in the formation, 2 on each side. Simmons is by himself in the backfield. Now they bring a man in motion. Simmons going to roll the pocket to the right. He's going to be under pressure from Carter Gittinger, but he brings the ball down, and he's going to outrun Gittinger to the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. 10:24 left to go in the first half. Your new score, the Leopards 14, Pottsville nothing. We're back after this 30-second timeout on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Hey, Brett.
You made it.
Yeah.
Hey, Mole receivers, Mark and Antonio, they want to hear more about fave rates.
Oh, right. Well, with Farm Bureau Fave Rates, you get a great auto quote, plus local agents and fast, friendly claims.
Nice. Hey. Should we warn them?
Oh, that's broken.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Sorry.
Totally worth it.
Twice Pottsville has had the ball deep in the Mahan Appraisal red zone and yet have nothing to show for it. Turnover on downs and a fumble. And the speed of Malvern, well, they have 2 very long plays, a 59-yard touchdown pass to Dante Cagle, and then most recently an 84-yard touchdown run by Jalen Dupree. I'm going to start calling him Cheetah, not a Leopard. Ball is fielded at the 20-yard line on the kickoff. Gittinger with a nice return. Crosses the 35, cuts inside at the 40. Keeps the legs turning to the 43, maybe the 44-yard line. Before the Malvern tackle and special teams played is made by Jeremiah Craigett.
Yeah, once again, Steve, here we go. We're starting out with great field position, and we're getting the ball inside the red zone, but we just – you know, we've got to capitalize inside that red zone. We can't turn the ball over. We got to find the end zone.
And it's very important that Pottsville stick with the game plan here. Don't panic. You're only down 2 touchdowns at their place. You can get right back into this thing. Just stick with your game plan. It has worked for the most part. 1st and 10 Pottsville at their own 42. Eli Nason under center takes the snap. Give it on the counter to the near side. Nice job by Ibarra making 2 men miss. He hits open field up the left side. No, stepped out of bounds. Oh. Malvern may have got a break on that one. We had a pretty good look at that one. And, well, that's still nonetheless an heirloom legal 1st and 10. But I think Malvern caught a bit of a break there.
Well, I think they did too, Steve.
At the plus 42-yard line. 1st and 10. And again, Malvern leaving the middle wide open. It's going to be Eli Nason. Red Keep did a good job. He's still got the legs churning inside the 38 to the 37. And I think they're going to give him progress to the 36-yard line. Malvern most definitely trying to tackle the football now. They're trying to swarm, trying to stand the ball carrier up and then swarm for a takeaway if they can. The 36-yard line. Pick up a 5. 9:35 to go in the first half. Pottsville has kept the game being played at the pace they want to play. Important possession here to convert. 2nd and 5. Counter give and turn back inside and heading to the end zone from the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. That is a touchdown by Colby Stevenson, brought to you by Roy's Heating and Air.
But there we go, Steve. We stuck to the game plan. And there we are. We finally found the end zone, and so now it's just a one-score game.
Pottsville most definitely needed that. And we will show you the touchdown run again by Cole Construction. Watch this turn. Watch that change of direction. Garon on to attempt the point after. Tyler Davis is the holder. And the snap is bad. Garon picks it up, rolls to his left on the fire call. He's going to kind of throw it up for grabs, and it's going to fall incomplete at the 10-yard line. Ouch. But Pottsville back into this ball game with 9:22 to go in the half. The Apaches trail the Leopards 14-6, and we're back in 30 seconds on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Let's go, Dr. K, let's go. Braces are Invisalign, let's go. Let's go, Dr. K, let's go. Trust her as your ortho, let's go. Let's go, Dr. K, let's go.
Brian Sanchez will kick off. The Apaches trail this game 14-6. 9:22 left to go in the half. The Apache defense now needs to rise up and get a stop. I was going to say something about maybe even try an onside kick here, but Malvern may be thinking along that way too. They've got a whole bunch of guys at midfield. Sanchez calls the play set. And the run-up. Low kick. Pottsville is going to try an onside kick. It's recovered by the Leopards at the 49-yard line. A Pottsville player had a chance at the ball, but it hadn't gone 10 yards.
Yeah.
That was the reaction. Yeah, an Apache could have grabbed it, but it would have been an illegal procedure call. Ball did not go 10 yards. So the Leopards will take over. 1st and 10 at the Apache 49-yard line. Well, as much as the defense of Pottsville has struggled to stop Malvern, why not take a chance?
Hey, listen, you're playing for your life here, so just you better do everything you can.
That's right. Yeah, no, I like the call. It's just Malvern was lined up expecting it. They maybe read my mind or something. Wing back on the left side. The give is to the running back Dupree. He cuts it back in at midfield. Gets plus yardage now across the 47 to the 46-yard line. Pottsville kind of bottled that up pretty well.
Yeah, big number 76 was in there for the Apaches. That's Cade Lackey.
Cade Lackey did a good job playing his lane, too. Did not give Dupree, who is hard to tackle, any room to cut back. Pick up a 5, 2nd and 6, or pick up a 4, 2nd and 6. Remember, I learned math in Missouri. Handoff to Dupree, crosses the 45 on his way to the 40-yard line over the left side before Brian Sanchez makes the stop for the Apaches. Sanchez got a helping hand on the tackle by Nico Ibarra and will bring up a 3rd down and about 2 from the Pottsville 40.
Need a stop here.
8:27 to go in the second quarter, 14-6. Leopards with the lead. 3rd down and 2, and I would expect this is 4-down territory. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me terribly if Malvern doesn't take a shot here. They're going to have single coverage on the wide receiver on the furthest wide out. Quarterback Simmons in the gun. No, he's going to keep it himself. Penalty flag comes flying in. Simmons is going to take this to the house, but it's going to come back.
They finally called it, Steve.
Yeah, that's about the 2nd or 3rd time we've detected what we thought was a hold, and this time I think the official is going to agree with us. Yeah, the white hat says preliminary call is holding against the Leopards. From the spot of the foul, which is just inside the 40, they'll mark off 10 yards from there. Boy, you give these Leopards any kind of a crease, though, and you're chasing, and that's a bad spot to be in against these guys.
I guarantee you, Steve, it is, because they are fast.
Pottsville, though, battling. They're
hey, listen.
Within a touchdown at 14-6 as we close on halftime.
Hey, we're in the ball game.
Penalty moves the ball back to midfield. It'll now be 3rd down and about 11. Actually moved it back a little further than the 50. Trips to the right side, open field to the left, the short side. Apaches showing blitz. Why not? And Trip Price comes on the blitz. He's trying to chase down the quarterback Simmons on the right side. Forces an early throw that falls incomplete at the 35-yard line. Trip Price came on the blitz, and he was hunting a quarterback. And smart play by Simmons to get rid of it when he did, and the pass falls incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
It looks like they bringing the punt team in?
Well, I wouldn't know Malvern's punt team if I saw it, although I was told that.
Well, they're the guy in orange.
Yeah. It's just the punt team I don't know. Angel Perez. No, that's not Perez. Is that Perez? Is that Simmons?
I think it's Simmons.
That's Simmons. That's a quarterback. I smell a rat here. Pottsville looked like they might have jumped offside, but no penalty. And Simmons does kick it. It's going to take a Leopard bounce. Smart play by Nico Ibarra to just get out of the way, not risk a turnover as the ball rolls dead at the 8-yard line. There's your first defensive stop by the Apaches.
Well, Steve, it is. And even though this is the worst field position that we've had all night, but with 7 minutes and 24 seconds left in the second quarter to play, Steve, we got a lot of football field in front of us. Let's maintain some drives. Let's end this half in that end zone. Sound like a good plan, right?
It does. Yes, it does.
Okay.
And now I know what the Malvern punter looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 3, Steve, let me introduce you. Cedric Simmons.
He looks a lot like the quarterback.
We're having too much fun here in Malvern, Arkansas.
Yeah, it must have been all that delicious food. Apaches 1st and 10 from about their 9-yard line. Give it straight ahead. Villarreal still spinning. He got hit right at the line of scrimmage, but managed to spin and twist and claw and fight his way out to the 13 or the 14-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you what, his mom is probably up there ringing that cowbell right now.
I enjoyed meeting her the other night, too, after the ball game. It's always a pleasure to get a chance to say hello to the parents. Yep. Ball is at the 13-yard line. I gave Bryson an extra yard. That's okay. 2nd down and 6 for the Apaches deep in their own territory. Got to dig out of this if they can. And they get across the 20 to the 24 to the 25-yard line. And I believe that's going to be another Apache heirloom legal 1st down. Yeah, and it looks like we may have an official down, and let's pray he's all right.
We do. I mean, he was
right in the middle of that play. In fact, I think he got sandwiched between the Leopard tackler and the Apache ball carrier.
He did, and that's the thing about these officials, man. They're part of the field, and they get tangled up in the middle of that, and he hit the ground hard.
Yep. On a Cole Construction replay, we saw that Villarreal and the potential tackler for Malvern came together right where the official was, and he is down, although now he's getting up. Let's see, we don't have extra officials either, do we? He is up, though. Don't know the gentleman's name, but I can tell you he's tough because watching that on replay, that was a big hit. It looks like he's going to stick with it. Malvern trainer got out there and kind of checked with him. And it looks like he's going to be good to go. That is an heirloom legal 1st and 10, an important one for Pottsville. They're now at their own 22-yard line, but out from the shadow of their own goal line anyway. Jackson first splits wide to the right. He'd have double coverage over the top, so I don't think you're going to see a shot here. And a counter give to Ibarra. He cuts back in behind some pretty good blocking, got up to the 25-yard line. Nico does not want to call it a career the way he's running tonight, does he?
Mm-mm.
He'll get the ball out to just short of the 26. Leopard tackle made by Akir Smith, number 52. That's a good name for a linebacker, Akir Smith.
Akir Smith.
I like that. That sounds like somebody that could hit you. Well, let's see, there was a quarterback that played a number of years ago named Akili Smith. That's kind of interesting. I've probably had too much sugar, haven't I?
Well, it sounds like it, Steve, but hey, let's enjoy the party, right? Let's go Apaches.
2nd down and 7 from the 25. Toss to Stevens in the backfield, and boy, the Leopards had that play smelled out from the get-go. That play had something wrong from the start, and the Leopards will tackle Colby Stevenson back at the 22-yard line. Loss on the play will make it 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, if we would have handed that time to Ibarra, he would have still been running.
Yeah, the read on that was give it to the fullback because he had plenty of yards, and it might have been a foot race to the end zone.
Yeah.
As it is, 3rd down from the Apache 22, 5:17 to go to the halftime break. 14-6 Leopards. Big 3rd down here for the Apaches. Back to pass. A wheel route that's Ibarra makes 2 men miss, gets ahead to the 27. That turned out to be better than I thought it was. Boy, there's a lot of contact going on out here between Colby Stevenson and Eric Clegg. I think they were both giving as good as they got, and the official just separated them and said, boys, don't do it again, and let's play on. So the pickup will move the ball to the 26, pick up a 4. It's going to be 4th and long, and I don't think you dare go for it from here. Although, might you fake a punt? In punt formation for the Apaches, Jackson Furr. Malvern has 2 men back deep, one deeper than the other, and we have a penalty flag. This could be interesting. Delay a game. No, it's not that interesting. Delay a game will move the ball back.
You know, Steve, I get a delay a game every Sunday. I say,
and nobody complains about it.
It's past noon. It's past noon.
Nobody complains about it.
Yep.
All right, so it's 4th down and even longer. Jackson Furr back to kick. He hits a high end over end, almost side spinning kick, fielded at the 43-yard line. On the return to the right side is Cardine. And Cardine's going to fumble the ball at the 45. Let's see who falls on it.
I think the Apaches got it, and we're going to have a fight everywhere here now.
Now, I did see a Pottsville player come out with a football. That was Tyler Davis that came out with a football. And now we've got a laundromat full of flags down on the field. There's a couple of them over by the Apache sideline where the fumble and recovery occurred. There's also a penalty flag at the 50-yard line. That might have been a block in the back at the 50.
Steve, it was. It was a push in the back or block in the back, and over on the sideline it was unsportsmanlike conduct. Don't know on who.
Yeah, we're going to – and I don't see anybody – mentioning whether the fumble was recovered by Pottsville or not. I mean, Tyler Davis came out with a football, and it obviously came out before a tackle was made, before the ball carrier was down, but was forward progress stopped? That's what we'll have to find out, and that is a long way away from where we are. Nice vantage point here in this beautiful facility at Malvern, but I couldn't tell you for sure if it came out or not. I see Trip Price coming out to the field, so that makes me think it's going to be the Apache defense.
Yeah, it's Apache defense. You've got Caleb Turek, number 14, coming out as well.
So the penalty is going to be holding. That's the foul at the 50, and then a personal foul, both on Malvern. Is this one of those cases where it was a dead ball foul and you mark them both off? There's the 10-yard mark off back to the 40, and the linesman is saying keep going backwards. So from the 40, you'll mark off 15 more yards. But what about the fumble? I guess they're saying forward progress was stopped. So the 2 penalties will move the ball back to the 24-yard line. So Pottsville will flip the field on the punt. But, boy, this Malvern offense is so high-powered. I desperately would have liked to have seen the Apaches come up with that fumble recovery, or at least be credited with it.
Well, Steve, we got to stop on the last series on defense, and that's what we need to do here with 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
Cedric Simmons, the quarterback, he'll take the snap out of the offset eye. He's going to keep it himself, coming left, cuts it outside at the 30, across the 34 to the 35, and then tackled at the 36-yard line. Pottsville did a nice job bottling that up, but it's going to be a Malvern 1st and 10. Coming up with the tackle was Colton Cole. But that's going to be another Leopard 1st down. That's what that offset eye formation does. If you go to the side where that offset is, you've instantly got 2 lead blockers. They had considerable success against Arkadelphia with that too. Pickup is 12 on the 1st down play, 3:42 and counting to go to the halftime break. Leopards lead at 14-6. Well, this is a little different formation, kind of a cross backfield. They're going to go on the go route up the near side, and a nice job by the Apaches on the near side knocking it away. That was Colton Cole knocking it out of the hands of Dante Cagle. Good coverage.
Well, Steve, that was great coverage by Cole that time, number 22.
Cole stayed with his man, had help coming over the top, but it wasn't going to get there. It was Cole not really on an island, but it ended up being that way, and he came up with a big stop. Second down and 10 from the 36, the Leopards' own 36. Now single back in the backfield, and that's going to be Simmons. He starts one way, reverses. The Apaches hold their lane. Simmons gets to the 43-yard line. Simmons with an interesting reversal of the carry, but a nice job by the Apaches staying home. That was Tate Cobb who stayed in his lane. The pickup is still going to be 7 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 from the 44.
Well, Steve, that's a great point because what these running backs are doing, they're cutting back. And so if you get out of position, they're going to take it to the house, so you got to stay in your lane.
Stack wide out on the left side. Somebody's going to come off that wide open. They're looking this way. It's going to be a flanker screen. It's going to be complete at the 45-yard line. Good coverage by the Apaches as he got ahead to the 48 to the 49. That's going to be a first down to Jalen Dupree, but Pottsville did a good job of shutting that down for not that big a gain. I kind of thought when that ball was first thrown, Pottsville was going to have a problem. Turns out it was a pickup of 5, good enough for a 1st and 10, but the clock keeps running. There's 2:40 to go in the second. 14-6, Malvern in front. Again, back to the offset eye. The offset is to the quarterback's left. Simmons takes the snap, and here comes that play again. Pottsville did a nice job getting out there, but then couldn't make the tackle, and I think this one's going to go to the house. That's going to be a touchdown for Cedric Simmons. No flags on the play. Looks like a 51-yard touchdown run. 51-yard run by Cedric Simmons, the quarterback. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. 20-6, Leopards with the lead. That one hurt. Not going to lie. Josiel Martinez will attempt the point after. Bad snap, but a good job by the holder getting it down. And Martinez splits the upright with the kick. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the second quarter. The Malvern Leopards 21, Pottsville 6. We're back in 30 seconds with more Apache Sports on the Arkansas Sports Network.
We see you. Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it because first is who we are.
We'll be ready to get things going here for the final 2 minutes and 20 seconds in the second quarter. And this is a critical 2 minutes and 20 seconds for the Apaches. Pottsville has had some success in the 2-minute offense. They've won a couple of games recently with 2-minute or less drives. But then on the other side of the coin, you got to make sure you don't give the ball back to the Leopards either with any time on the clock. With their speed, it does not take long. Martinez with a run-up, high short kick taken at the 25-yard line. And the return by getting here crosses the 30 to the 32. And the tackle made at the 32. I believe that was the kicker, Martinez, who made the stop for the Leopards.
Yep. Now, Steve, there's a lot of tension on that football field right now.
Yeah, a lot of extracurricular activities going on.
They're getting a little chippy.
Guessing the teams are not going to meet for pizza after this one. Well, Eli Nason has the call from the sideline. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Apaches at their own 32. 2 minutes and 16 seconds remain in the half, and I'll call this a critical possession for the Apaches. Landon McNeely goes wide to the left. Jackson Furr wide to the right. Flexbone, motion man left to right. Give it to Nason, pulled it. I thought he gave it to Villarreal. He kept it himself. Probably would have been better off had he handed it off, as Nason is met right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Yeah, no gain on the play.
Yeah, and actually, Steve, there was a fumble on the ball. Isaac Cox, the big offensive lineman there for the Apaches, recovered it.
Coach Rust was worried about this after taking a week off, just how sharp things would be like on exchanges and that sort of thing. Second down and 10 for Pottsville at their own 32. Villarreal takes the handoff, crosses the 35, gets to the 36 or the 37-yard line before he is tackled at the 37 by Leonard Leach. Boy, we've called his name a lot. So at the 38-yard line, after a pickup of 6, it's going to be 3rd and 4 with 1:25 to go. I'm mildly surprised the Leopards didn't take a timeout there. Quarterback Nason on the toss to Ibarra, takes it outside the numbers, cuts it back into the 38. He's going to be close to, but I think short of first down yardage, although the officials may be stopping the clock to measure. Although the yard mark on the far side says 4th down. Yeah, they're going to call timeout here. Good call by the white hat to say, let's take a look at this. This is really, really close. I think he's short. What do you think, Jim?
Well, just let me look here, Steve.
Yeah, we don't have the best angle in the world on this, but I think he is just slightly short as the officials get their mark to bring it over. You used to work chain crew, didn't you, Jim?
Yeah, I did. And it was always fun when you had to run all the way across the field.
While everybody's stopping and looking at you, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, they've got it over now.
Going to stretch her out?
They're going to stretch it out, and this one's going to be close, but I'm right. He was short by all of about 6 inches.
A burrito.
Hey, burrito. Or one of those subs over in the
Yeah. Meatball subs, Steve. That's what we need right now.
Yeah, one of those meatball subs. That's going to bring up – the marker says 3rd down, but is it not 4th? Okay. Justin Smith confirms, but I was thinking it was 4th down. You pretty much have to go for this, don't you?
Yeah.
You're at your own 42, but, boy, if you don't get the first down.
Yeah, you don't want Malvern to score again.
You just as soon Malvern not even touch the ball again in the half. They already lead this thing 21-6. Pottsville sprints to the line of scrimmage, still 25 on the play clock. And the official says, let's go. 4th down, less than a yard from the 42. Got to get past the 42. Ibarra came in motion and then stood back up to get a call from the sideline. Apaches only have 10 seconds to get this off, and they still don't have the play in. Eli Nason still looking to the sideline with 6 seconds. Nason still looking to the sideline. I guess we're going to use a timeout here. Now, Pottsville let the time run all the way down till there was about 49 seconds left. So I guess we're going to kick this away. I'm confused. Timeout on the field. 49 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Leopards lead the Apaches 21-6, and we're back in 30 seconds on the Arkansas Sports Network.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
So the Apaches have their play call. Again, the offense is back out on the field, so they are going to go for it. From their own 42, it's 4th down, less than a yard. More like about 5 or 6 inches. Big play coming here. Leopards do have 3 timeouts left. So the Apaches come to the line of scrimmage. Mason lines up under center. Takes the snap. Gives it straight ahead. First down yardage for the Apaches across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Villarreal with another heirloom legal 1st and 10. Pottsville with only the 1 timeout left, however. So at the 47-yard line, play clock is running. 36 seconds left in the half. Back to pass is Nason. Now he's under pressure. Pottsville's going to get called for a hold. Throw is going to be short at the 45-yard line, but even I saw that hold as Forrest Landreth was trying to get away from an Apache blocker, and the blocker grabbed him. With only 29 seconds left to go, The 10-yard mark off will move the ball back to the 35-yard line, assuming the Leopards take it, and they are. Back to the 35 is the penalty mark off. So it's going to be first down and 20 from the 35. Looks like the Leopards are going to play a very deep prevent zone in the secondary. Jackson Furr, the only wide out of the formation. He's wide to the left. Pottsville has walked up a tight end on the left side. That's McNeely, and they're going to run it. Villarreal gets the handoff. Goes off tackle to the left to the 44-yard line. And that may do it for the half. It'll be at the 48-yard line. Leopards aren't interested in stopping the clock. And the Apaches are going to try to run one more play. And the ball is almost fumbled. Good job by Ibarra coming up with that on the handoff, because there was a Leopard right in there when the handoff was made, and the Apaches have a player that's injured, which we hate to see. But that will be the end of the first half of play. Looked like the injured Apache was Isaac Cox, but he's up and under his own power, moving off the field. So we'll tell you at the end of the first half of play. The Malvern Leopards 21, the Pottsville Apaches 6. We're back after this 1-minute timeout on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
We are at halftime at Malvern, the home of the Leopards. The Leopards leading 21-6 in the first round of the state playoffs. Pottsville had kept this game close throughout a big chunk of the first half, but the big story of the game is 2 defensive stops by the Leopards against the Apache offense, when both times Pottsville was deep into the Mahan Appraisal red zone, and once turned over on a fumble, the other turnover on downs, and boy, that's 14 points Pottsville does not have.
Yeah, Steve, if just talking about that, what could have been going into half at Malvern, 21-21. Hey, they're spotting these Apaches, so we just need to come back. If I'm not mistaken, Malvern will get the ball back starting the third quarter, so we need to make some adjustments on defense and do our best to get them off the field, and then Pottsville will get a score there in the third quarter, and we're back in this ball game.
Big plays by the Malvern offense. A 59-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Cedric Simmons to his favorite target, Dante Cagle. Got the Leopards on the board 6-0. The point after attempt was no good. Next touchdown by Malvern was an 84-yard touchdown run by Jalen Dupree. This time the 2-point conversion was good. Pottsville's only score came on a 64-yard touchdown run by Colby Stevenson. The Apache point after touchdown was no good. And the final touchdown of the first half, again, another long play, a 51-yard run by Cedric Simmons, the quarterback. The point after was good, and the score at the break, the Leopards 21, Pottsville 6. I'm Stephen Glenn. We have the halftime break here. Looks like we're getting some rain now here in Leopard Country, although their band is out there on the field gutting it out, so good for them. Unfortunately, we don't have a way to pick up the music, so we will tell you that Pottsville trails this game 21-6, and we'll be back after the halftime festivities. I'm Stephen Glenn. So long for just a little while. Both teams have made it back out onto the field here in Malvern. The Malvern Leopards hosting the Pottsville Apaches in round one of the state championship tournament. And the Leopards lead it by a score of 21-6. As we get ready to begin the second half of play, the Leopards will have the football. And it will be a situation where Pottsville is going to need a stop big time. Starting to rain a little harder here in Malvern. We were predicted to get rain, and maybe just getting here maybe a little bit later than everyone first thought. So again, it is 21-6, Malvern with the lead. They've added some more time onto the halftime clock, so we'll come back with the second half kickoff after this 2-minute timeout. This is Pottsville Apache Sports on the Arkansas Sports Network. All right, the Apaches getting some last-minute instructions from Coach Rust. We get ready to get going in the second half. A must-stop situation for the Apaches. Brian Sanchez will line up at the 40-yard line. And once again, the Leopards have 9 men within about 15 yards of the kick, so they're not believing Pottsville is going to kick this deep either. We shall see. Here's Sanchez's run-up. High kick coming to the near side, taken at the 24-yard line. Return up the left side, driven out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Tackle made by Pottsville's Graham. Sladen Graham making the stop. For the Apaches. And Malvern will take over 1st and 10. We understand that the Lamar Warriors are winning their home game. That should have been ours. But Lamar is winning the game over the 5 seed coming out of this league. So it looks like Malvern will be on the road to Warrior Field. Cedric Simmons, the quarterback, takes the direct snap, comes to the near side, gets a block on the outside, and he may be gone to the house. Nope, he's actually going to be caught by Nico Ibarra. Ibarra with a nice job hustling down the field to knock him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. But that's going to be a 1st and 10.
Steve, I don't think if he would have stopped, I think he would have went ahead and scored.
Yeah. Nico had an angle on him, but Boy, it was something. Another big play by Cedric Simmons, the quarterback. And, between Simmons and Dupree, their speed is very, very impressive. 1st and 10, Leopards at the 34. They give it to Dupree. He's up the right side to the 20, cuts it outside at the 16 to the 15-yard line, and that's going to be another first down for the Leopards. Pickup of 19. Leopards have moved the ball from their own 32 to the Apache 15 in 2 plays. 1st and 10, Leopards at the 14. Ball carrier is Simmons. Gets down to the 2. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle there by Brian Sanchez, but a pickup of 14. Pottsville with the Dr. K Dentistry kickoff, but boy, Malvern has really moved the ball. And Pottsville jumps into the neutral zone, so this ball will go half the distance to the goal closer. Oh, the false start is against the Leopards, so that'll move the ball back 5 yards. I saw a couple of Apaches in the neutral zone, but apparently because someone on the Leopard side had moved too quickly. Cedric Simmons has the play from the near sideline. 11:07 left to go, 3rd quarter, 21-6 Leopards with the lead, and they're looking for more. 1st and goal to go from the 6-yard line. Direct snap over the left side and into the end zone. That is a touchdown for Cedric Simmons. A 7-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Cedric Simmons. OCL Martinez on for the point after attempt. And the kick is on the way, and this one is up, and it is good. 10 minutes, 51 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Leopards 28, Pottsville 6. We're back in 30 seconds with more Apache Sports on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Let's go, Dr. K, let's go. Braces are Invisalign, let's go. Let's go, Dr. K, let's go. Trust her as your ortho, let's go. Let's go, Dr. K, let's go.
Four play, 68-yard touchdown drive on the opening possession of the second half by the Malvern Leopards. The point after touchdown was good. The Malvern lead is 28-6. The Leopards will kick it off. The Dr. K Dentistry kick coming back to the Pottsville Apaches. Pottsville did not need to give that touchdown up, did they? High short kick will be taken on the near sideline by Davis at the 20s, across the 25 to the 30-yard line on the return. Tackled at the 30 by Dante Cagle. Wide receiver making a special teams tackle, and Pottsville will have it 1st and 10, just short of the 31.
Yeah, handling that ball, Steve, when the rain is falling the way it is right now, Tyler Davis did a great job.
Rain is really coming down in sheets, too, and really being windblown. It just looks cold out there. Wide to the right goes McNeely. Fur to the near side. Quarterback is Eli Nason. He's under center. And he will give it to Nico Ibarra, who will cross the 35, spinning out to the 40 to the 41-yard line. That's going to be an heirloom legal 1st and 10 for the Pottsville Apaches. Ibarra is still battling. Well, I gave him a 1st and 10. Now they mark it back at the 40.
Oh, wow.
Did he not get across the... Oh, what do I know? That's pickup of 9. Pickup of 9, 2nd and a yard for Pottsville, trailing the game 28-6. Open field left. Fur wide to the right. Villarreal straight ahead. This time it is an heirloom legal 1st and 10. at the 42-yard line. Well, the Pottsville Apaches can't panic. I mean, you are what you are. You've got to run your offense the best you can and see if you can get this one into the end zone and maybe get the defense fired up to make a stop. But, boy, it's such a big disadvantage when the other team's offense has two speed threats that you have trouble matching. From the 42, 1st and 10, Apaches. Counter give to Ibarra. And he is met right at the line of scrimmage, still trying to fight for yards, but a good wrap-up by the Leopards. Nico Ibarra with the carry across the 43 to the 44. Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7 coming for Pottsville.
Yeah, Steve, you said it. You know, we got to stick to our game plan, and there's no quitting these kids, man. I tell you what, I'm so proud of them. What a season it's been for our Apaches, and we're not done yet.
Well, and considering the way the year started, and then that 4 win in a row toward the end of the year. Handoff is to Villarreal. Now, pulled and then pitched to the right side. That's Ibarra crossing midfield. He'll get to the 45, the 44-yard line before finally being tackled at the 44 by DeLeon Carradine. Mark him at the 43-yard line, the plus 43, and that's an heirloom legal 1st and 10 for the Apaches. Pottsville with a nice march. Ibarra with a snap count. They're going to toss it to the near side, and the Leopards have that stacked up at the 45, fighting forward to the 43 to the 42-yard line. Short gain on the play, but better than no gain.
Yeah, because I had him stopped, Steve, probably 5 yards in the backfield.
And there was that man, Leonard Leach. Pickup of about a yard, but yeah, the initial hit was about 4 yards deep in the backfield. Almost looks like it's raining sideways, doesn't it?
It does.
Well, under one light, it looks like it's raining sideways, and then on another, it looks like it's raining straight down. 2nd and 9, Pottsville. Give to the left side. Very little gain on that play by Villarreal. In fact, he had to fight his way to get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. At the 42, 3rd down and long. You were looking at some scores earlier, Jim. Did you see anything on the Harmony Grove, how they're doing in their first-round matchup?
Yes. No, not Harmony Grove. I did look at Bauxite, and Nashville was leading at halftime 21-7.
Ibarra gets the toss, turns the corner at the 40, gets ahead to the 39 before being tackled at the 38-yard line. Nico Ibarra will pick up 4 on the play. It's going to be 4th and 5. Obviously, Pottsville is going to go for this. They're in the Leopard side of the field, trailing 28-6. Your only chance here is to take it into the end zone. So you've got really no choice but to go for it on 4th down. Pottsville will split 2 wideouts. Motion man left to right. Back to pass. They're going to look for McNeely on the left side, and the pass is going to be knocked away at the 15, but 2 penalty flags come flying in. Early contact by the Leopard defender, and I think Pottsville's going to pick up a 1st down here on a pass interference call, but let me make sure who calls what. McNeely got knocked down before the ball got there, and the defender was playing McNeely, not the ball. So Pottsville will pick up the 1st down on the pass interference 15-yard mark off, and that's another heirloom legal 1st and 10. So the Apaches come through on the 4th down play, keeping the drive alive.
Hey, penalties can help you.
Yeah, they can. That one for the Apaches. Picked up 15 big yards and a 1st and 10 on 4th down. 6:50 to go, quarter number 3. Clock stops on the incompletion. 28-6, Pottsville trailing. Eli Nason on the counter give to Colby Stevenson. Right up the middle as he turned it back in to the 20, to the 19, maybe the 18-yard line. And more tempers flare. Was there a fumble on the play? Looks like the Leopards think they have the football. The man in the striped shirt does not agree. So the pickup will move the ball to the 18-yard line. Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. Jackson Furr goes wide to the left side of the field. Colby Stevenson wide to the right. Landon McNeely even wider to the right. No tight end on the line of scrimmage. A wing on the left side. Villarreal in the backfield. Villarreal gets the handoff, tries to bounce it left, and 2 Leopards are waiting there for him at the 15.
He might have got a yard, Steve, maybe.
Yeah. In fact, they're going to spot it at the 17, so that was it, a gain of a yard. 3rd down and 3. 28-6. The lead belongs to the Leopards. Pottsville on the march with a long drive. They have made it into Leopard territory, into the red zone. Toss to the near side, and the Leopards had 5 players there waiting for Ibarra. Mahan appraisal red zone pitch loses 2 yards for Pottsville, and will bring up 4th down and long. Fourth down and 4. Ball is at the 17. The Apaches have to get to the 13 to keep the drive alive. In the Mahan appraisal red zone. Eli Nason under center. He's going to pull it, keep it, roll left, throw it toward the end zone into coverage, and it is intercepted. Oh, he caught it. He caught it in the end zone for a touchdown. I thought a Leopard player had come out there with it, but instead Jackson Furr just went up and made a play for the Apaches. Jackson Furr caught it in the end zone. That was a case of Eli Nason putting the ball up there and say, okay, go make a play for us, and Furr did it.
Well, he did that time, Steve. Went up Ty's point, got it, and came down in the end zone, got pushed out of the end zone, but when he came down, the ball had crossed the plane.
Cole Construction replay for you to enjoy. Jackson Furr just taking the ball away from a couple of Leopards in the end zone for the Apache touchdown. I would think Pottsville's going to go for 2 here. They are. The Apaches looking to go for 2. Try to close a couple of points closer to the Leopards. Quarterback Nason on the option keeper, and he turns toward the end zone, and he is in for the 2-point conversion. That was a lot of want-to there by Eli Nason to get in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Maybe not done just yet. 4:44 left to go, quarter number 3. 28-14, the Leopards lead it. We're back after this 30-second timeout with more on the Arkansas Sports Network.
We see you. Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it because first is who we are.
Royce Heating and Air touchdown by the Apaches. Here's another look brought to you by Cole Construction on a great play by Jackson Furr. Just taking the ball away in the end zone for the touchdown. That was pretty. So we are not done just yet. 28-14. The Apache defense needs to make a stop here. Sanchez with a run-up, low line drive kick, again to the near side, fielded by the Leopards. Return across the 30, the 35, to the 39-yard line on the Leopard return. Return was by Angel Perez. Tackled by the Apaches, Austin Mullinex in special teams play. Well, can you find me a stop here, Brother Jim?
Steve, that's what we have to have. I think there's one in these Apaches right here, too. I believe we can get the ball back and go down and score again, and, hey, then you really got a ball game.
Mm-hmm. From the 39-yard line, their own 39, 1st and 10 for the Leopards. Their quarterback, Cedric Simmons, who's had a whale of a ball game. Deep in shotgun. He's going to take it himself. He's going to come to the left side. Malvern has really worn this play out, and they've gotten good yards doing it. This time they'll get to the 50 before the tackle is made by Carter Gittinger. At the 30-yard line, the pickup is, at the 30-yard line, where am I at? At the 50-yard line, pickup was 11 on the play. Pottsville needs to make some sort of a formational adjustment on that, because what's happening is the Leopards are coming out with a 3-on-2 advantage right at the snap. You know, there's more blockers than there are Apache defenders to come over and try to make the play. 1st and 10 from midfield for the Leopards. Cedric Simmons is going to be back to pass. They're going for the go route up the near side. And a lot of contact as the ball caught. Nope, incomplete. The official says the ball bounced. Good coverage in the secondary by Pottsville. That could have been offensive pass interference very easily. Colton Cole back deep in coverage. Yeah. And the Leopard receiver actually put an arm around Cole and tried to push him out of the way to get to the football. So we'll credit Cole with good coverage as that falls incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Jalen Dupree had taken a play or two off. Ethan Martin was in the game. Dupree back in. Daylon Carradine also back in. And I think the Leopards had some personnel mix-up. They're going to call timeout. 4:09 left to go in the third. Leopards 28, Pottsville 14. We're back after this 30-second timeout on the Arkansas Sports Network.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Andrews would agree with you.
Yeah.
All right. Having a good time here in Malvern. Pottsville battling the Leopards, trailing 28-14, but a little bit closer than they were 3 or 4 minutes ago. 2nd down and long from midfield for the Leopards. Quarterback is Cedric Simmons. I wonder if he's running that single back in the backfield. That's Dupree. Starts one way, reverses the left. Villarreal comes up and makes a one-on-one tackle at the 45. What an impressive tackle by Villarreal. That could have been much worse.
Yeah, good job by number 7 wrapping up and taking the ball carrier to the ground.
And he had very little help on that play, so a good job by Bryson. Dupree picked up picked up 5 yards on the play to the 45. 3rd down and 5. Quarterback Simmons in the backfield, doesn't have anybody with him. He's going to roll the pocket to the right, look over the middle, has a man at the 40. It's complete. Up the field to the 30, to the near side at the 25, to the 15-yard line. That's Dante Cagle, who also has very good speed for the Leopards, and they have a 1st and 10.
Yeah, Colton Cole, 22, Steve, made that shoestring tackle to save the touchdown.
Pickup on that play was 15 yards, or excuse me, no, more like 25 yards. 1st down and not goal to go. It's at the 13. There's the offset eye. And the quarterback is Dupree. He's going to keep it. Tries to turn the corner, but cannot quite get out of the arms. And a nice tackle made by Colton Cole. We call his name again. Colton Cole with a nice play. Pickup of about 5, though. Oh, is that the 9? And again, the quarterback. Excuse me, they've got Jalen Dupree at the quarterback, kind of a wild leopard formation, if you will. He brings it left to the 8 to the 7. Yeah, that's Jalen Dupree they've got running the offense. And they're still not going to bring the quarterback back in. At the 8 or the 7, pickup is 2, 3rd down and 3. Leopards can get a 1st down. Without scoring, they have to get inside the 5 to do that. Jalen Dupree is going to take the direct snap. The formation is very heavy to the right side. They have 3 wideouts, a tight end, and a running back, and that's the direction they're going on the direct snap. Dupree's going to kick it outside. The Apaches are going to pursue it well and drop Dupree back at the 10-yard line.
Very good.
So they're going to mark it back to the 10. The loss is 3 on the play. And it's going to be 4th down. 4th down and 5. Cedric Simmons, the quarterback, looks like he is back on the field now for the 4th down play. Play clock is already down to 12 seconds. 4th down and 5. Simmons, the quarterback, in a pistol formation. He's looking over the middle. Pottsville with good coverage now coming on a blitz. Pocket rolls to the left. Simmons pulls it down, gets knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Good hit by Tyler Davis. This is going to be close. He may not have gotten this. In fact, I don't think he did.
I don't know.
Well, let's see.
Let's see.
The official has not indicated one way or the other. I think the Apaches have stopped him and held on downs.
Hey, TD, man.
What a
Tyler
big
Davis.
hit by Tyler Davis, driving the running back on the play.
Wow, Steve, man, that was a great defensive play right there.
Oh, that keeps the Apaches' hopes alive with a minute 15 to go in the third, trailing 28-14. Pottsville takes over deep in their own territory. And I will tell you, I didn't understand that whole sequence at all by the Leopards. I don't know why they bring Dupree in to run the Wildcat there. But nonetheless, 1st and 10 Pottsville. Nason takes the snap, gives it straight ahead. Villarreal with good blocking, churns the legs and moves the ball out to the 9-yard line on a quick hitter. But we'll move the ball to the 9. Pickup is 4. 2nd down and 6. 55 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 28-14. Pottsville trailing the Leopards, but the Apaches most certainly have the Leopards' attention. 2nd down and 6. Eli Nason under center takes the snap. Gives it to the left, and that time nowhere to go. Mikhail Gunnels along with Akir Smith combine on the stop. Pickup is maybe a yard, almost 2, across the 10 to the 11. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5, and I don't think the Apaches will get another play off. There's 10 seconds on the game clock. A hustle to the line of scrimmage. Maybe they will. Eli Nason under center with 4 seconds. Now they step back from the line of scrimmage, and we're going to go to the fourth quarter. At the end of 3, this one not done yet. Malvern Leopards leading the Apaches 28-14. Back after this 1-minute timeout on the Arkansas Sports Network.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
And I want to say before we get this fourth quarter underway, my sincere thanks to any of you watching or listening who are veterans of the United States military on this Veterans Day. I know for many it is a very somber holiday. For many it is a celebration of those who have returned. And my prayers go with those who are still in the service of our nation. 3rd down and 5 for the Apaches. Looks like the ball is at the 11-yard line. Pottsville has to get just outside the 15 on the 3rd down play. I don't know if you would go for it on 4th this deep in your own end zone or on your own side of the field or not. Nason's going to take a quarterback draw. Not much happening there. That play took too long to develop. Warriors are way too fast to get away with a play that unfolds that slowly. Nason picks up 2 yards, but that's going to leave him 3 yards short of the 1st down. Well, looks like Pottsville's going to put the punt team out there, trailing 28-14 with 11:32 to go. Jackson Furr is your kicker. Leopards are in punt safe. They don't believe they're going to kick it. They do. It's a low-line drive kick, but on this turf, it's going to take a decent bounce. It'll roll out to the 40-yard line before Pottsville able to down it there. So the Leopards will take over with a short field at the 40-yard line. Boy, you hate to see Pottsville not get anything going on that possession after the defense came up big.
Yeah, I was hoping, Steve, we could get a drive going and take some time and find that end zone and get this thing closer just to one score.
Ball is marked at the 40-yard line of the Apaches. The Leopards on offense. They do send their quarterback, Cedric Simmons, back into the game. The offset eye is to Simmons' left. First down, give is to Dupree. He's going to cross the 35, tried to cut back, and a good job by Pottsville's, was that Colton Cole coming in to make the stop on the cutback?
Yes, sir, it was.
Still a pickup of 5, but that could, or a pickup of 6, but that could have been much worse. Colton Cole doing a nice job staying in his lane. Did not allow the speedy running back Jalen Dupree to cut it back. I think Dupree and Simmons are probably both over 100 yards with some of the long plays, but 28-14, Pottsville has held this game close. Simmons in the shotgun. He's going to run it himself. Gets a good block at the point of attack. Brings it inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, and then penalty flags come flying in. And the official threw a penalty marker and then turned immediately to face the Apache bench.
Yeah, I think it might have been unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe, against the Leopards.
We'll see.
That's what I'm rooting for.
Well, the White Hat's about to tell us that it is a first down for the Leopards and then a personal foul on Malvern. So it'll cost him the field position. Won't cost him the first down. That had to be a foul occurred after the ball carrier had made the first down for Malvern. What was it you saying about I don't think these two teams are going to go and barbecue ribs after this game together?
Steve, I don't think they will. I think we'll shake hands maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So the penalty will move the ball back to the 43. The first down stands. It's first down and 10 for the Leopards. They send two wideouts to the right. Simmons, the quarterback, Dupree, the single back in the backfield. They have a wing on the right side of the formation. They're going to give it to Dupree. He's going to run behind some good blocking on the wing on the right side. Gets inside the 30 to the 27 to the 26-yard line. And that's going to be another first and 10. First down for the Leopards. Tate Cobb making the stop for Pottsville. A Leopard touchdown here would make a very, very steep hill to climb for the Apaches, would it not?
Well, we need a turnover.
That's right. The Leopards haven't turned the ball over, have they?
They haven't. We need one now.
There was one fumble I thought might have been, but it came later. Draw play up the middle. Huge hole as Dupree makes his way to the 3, to the 2. They're going to mark him down right at the 3, but what a big play right up the middle.
Well, Steve, you were talking about that sub 4.5 speed. That's what you see in Dupree. It wouldn't surprise me he didn't run a 4.4 or 4.3. Man, he's fast.
Pickup of 22 on the carry for the Leopards at the 2-yard line. Jalen Dupree in the backfield. Takes the direct snap, coming left. Hits a man at the goal line, rolls off of him and into the end zone. That is a touchdown for Jalen Dupree. Good blocking by the middle of the Leopard offensive line, opened up a hole. Pottsville tried to get run support in there, but Dupree just too much to handle as he took the direct snap and ran it into the end zone for the touchdown with 9:04 left to go in the game. Snap, kick, blocked. Pottsville with the block on the kick. So the extra point kick is no good. 9:04 left to go in the game. The Leopards 34, Pottsville 14. We're back in 30 seconds on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Braces are Invisalign. Let's go. Let's go, Dr. K. Let's go. Trust her as your ortho. Let's go. Let's go, Dr. K. Let's go.
34-14, the Leopards with the lead. 9:04 to go in the game. It looks like, in all likelihood, Malvern will move on to the second round of the playoffs. The thinking is now, after the last look at the scoreboard, that the Leopards will probably make the trip to Johnson County to take on the Lamar Warriors. The Dr. K Dentistry kickoff is a short one. Fair catch called for and made at the 35 by Jackson Furr. And it will be Apache football, 1st and 10. The hill is steep.
Steve, it is, and 9 minutes left in the ball game.
Not completely over, but most difficult situation nonetheless.
Well, in this, besides a few penalties and unsportsmanship-like conduct and some things like that Malvern's had against them, they have really played a pretty perfect football game tonight.
Yep, and they made 2 really big plays in the first half when the Apaches were threatening to put the ball in the end zone. Counter give comes right to left to Stevenson, and he is met by an orange wall on the right side. I saw the football come flying across there, and I thought, wait a minute, that's a late penalty? Oh, boy, it must be past my bedtime. No gain on the play. Ball will still be at the 36. 2nd down and 10. 8:30 to go. 4th quarter. Looks like the rain has stopped. Nico Ibarra goes in motion, takes the toss, gets outside the 40, get blocking by Stevenson to open up the play across midfield into Leopard territory at the 47-yard line. That is an heirloom legal 1st and 10 for the Apaches. Colby Stevenson with an outstanding block on that play. First down and 10 for the Apaches. Pottsville still battling. Play clock down to 2. Apaches get the play off. Nason gives it to Villarreal, fights his way across the 45 to the 44-yard line. Bryson Villarreal has played a very good game for the Apaches. Starting to think now in terms of the McNeely Plumbing Player of the Game. Ball is at the 44. Bryson Villarreal's had a good game. Colby Stevenson has an Apache touchdown on a nice run. Eli Nason has run the offense well. He takes the snap now, pulls it, pitches it, foot race to the near sideline, and that's going to be won by the Leopards. Angel Perez hustled that play down at the 44-yard line. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Steve, you had also Colton Cole has made, and Tyler Davis.
Colton Cole and Tyler Davis have played very well.
Yeah.
Justin, what are you thinking? We don't need to name him now, the McNeely Plumbing Player of the Game, but Jackson Furr, a nominee with an outstanding touchdown catch. 3rd down and 6. Nason straight drop, looking right. Throws it, has a man, complete at the 35, the 30, up the sideline to the 20. Nico Ibarra to the 19-yard line. Nice throw and catch there by the Apaches.
In some heavy rain, Steve. The heavy rain
Yeah, it's starting back up again now, didn't it?
It has.
Well, these are some serious raindrops.
They are. Sports say big fat rain.
Well, the AccuSteve forecast was pretty lousy on the rain moving out, huh? Wow. The fans are running for cover now. Poor cheerleaders for the Leopards. They're down there getting soaked, as are the Apache cheerleaders. They're all heading for cover. 1st down for Pottsville as they are in the Mahan Appraisal red zone. Apaches move the ball down to the 16-yard line. Yeah, Justin Smith makes an observation here. These raindrops are so big it almost looks like snow. I don't think it's quite that cold, but who knows? So we get snowed in Malvern after a playoff game. That'd be something, wouldn't it?
All I know, they got plenty of food here, Steve.
Well, they do.
My goodness, the spread is big.
We'll just spend the night up here in the press box. I mean, we got heat. We've got internet, food. Nason back to pass, looking for Jackson Furr. Little too hot to handle at the 4-yard line as it falls incomplete, and will bring up third down. Pass might have been a little bit behind Jackson as well, but that had some smoke on it, didn't it?
Yeah, it looked like he was throwing a fastball, Steve.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I haven't heard you say anything about the Astros winning the series.
The who?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Thus saith the Cardinal fan.
I thought the Colt 45s were the team in Houston. You know what? I look over here on the other side of the press box right into the light there, and it does look like snowflakes, doesn't it?
It does.
Nason on the counter give. From left to right, Eli Atkins into the ball game. He's still fighting for yards. Got inside the 18 to the 17. And I think the Leopards will corral him there at the 17. It'll bring up fourth down with 5:47 to go in the game. Ball will be at the 11. Atkins picked up 5 of the yards they need, but they still need 3 more. Well, 2 more. 2 more and a burrito.
Burrito?
From the 11-yard line, it's going to be fourth down. The ball will be at the 11. They have to get it inside the 10, almost to the 9. Nason brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. Pottsville trails it. They're going to give it to Atkins again on the counter. He's going to hit the line of scrimmage hard at the 10. Let's see where they give him on forward progress, because this one's liable to be close.
It's going to be very close, Steve, but I think you got it. Let's see. Spot it. Oh, come on. Give us.
Yep, first down. That is an heirloom legal 1st and 10 for the Apaches in the Mahan Appraisal red zone. Nice job by Atkins. Good job by the line, but Atkins came in there and hit that hard, didn't he?
He sure did. I think Nico was getting ready to come back in. They saw the coach call him over, so hopefully he'll come back in.
34-14. Leopards with the lead. Pottsville on the drive. They are in the Mahan Appraisal red zone. And the toss to the right side is behind. Now, did Nason fall on it? He did. That pitch was behind Eli Atkins, and that's the first time Nason has had to pitch it to Atkins in this game. And I'm sure a soaking wet football is fun to try to pitch and catch.
And it is soaking wet. Either that or it's got snow covers on it, Steve. I can't tell if it's rain or snow, but it looks it's big fat drops for sure.
Yeah, I think it probably is rain just by the way it's coming down, but I wasn't sure once Justin said something. Second down. Goal to go from the 13. Nason rolls left. He's under pressure and just throws that ball away. He's trying to maybe get the ball to Colby Stevenson, but good coverage in the secondary by the Leopards, and that's a smart play by Nason to just airmail that ball out of bounds and live to fight another down. You know, this Pottsville Apache football team has come an awful long way since that opening game against the Elks, if you'll recall.
Yep.
4 wins in a row at the end of the season, making it to the state playoffs. Eli Nason has grown tremendously as a quarterback. Screen pass coming. Villarreal catches it and gets hammered at the 10-yard line. Big hit by the Leopards.
Yeah. Bryson pops up, though. He's putting his chin strap back on.
Yep, and he'll bring up fourth down.
Bryson Villarreal is one tough football player.
Yes, he is. Picked up 5 yards to the 9, and it's going to be 4th and goal to go from the 9 with 3:37 to go. This one's for pride. This game is probably over. It looks like the Leopards will advance. But the senior team would like to come up with one more if they could. Nason rolls right, throws it into the end zone, overthrows his intended receiver Furr, and the Leopards are going to hold on downs. That's the 3rd time tonight the Apaches have gotten into the red zone and come away empty-handed. The Leopards will take over.
And those 3 scores, Steve, would surely made a difference in this ball game.
Yeah, you'd love to have those 21 points, wouldn't you?
Right now, sure would.
Well, Pottsville was serious with their fight tonight. Got to be proud of the effort they put forward against one of the state's best 4A teams. An awful lot of state media predicting you may see a Arkadelphia Malvern rematch for the state championship game at War Memorial. And it may be snowing by then.
Well, Steve, we were talking driving through town. You look how big Malvern is, just the community. And comparing, little Pottsville, we got one stoplight, about to have a Sonic and a Dollar General, so.
Malvern's direct snap went to Jalen Dupree. I'm honestly not sure why the Malvern starters are still in the game. That was Cedric Simmons, the quarterback, on the direct snap.
Yeah.
And I still don't know why the Malvern starters are in the game. They lead this 34-14. We have 3 minutes to play in the game.
But, Steve, I can tell you, even as small as Pottsville is, man, great things are happening at Pottsville, and we're so proud of our school district. We're proud of all the students. We're really proud of this football team this year, and there's no quitting these kids. I'm telling you, I'm so proud of every single one of them.
As the snap goes to Dupree, he gets across the 25, still going up the middle, across the 27, and an official takes another fall. I hope he's all right.
Yeah.
Well, officials are taking a beating tonight, aren't they?
They are. I think they're really fortunate to still be in the game, Steve.
Yeah, really. Yeah, really. One of them looked really serious. This one obviously wasn't, so maybe we can joke a little bit on that one. But, yeah, these officials have really, really taken a pounding tonight. They're earning that $5,000 they're getting paid for this game.
$5,000.
Coach Lee just threw something at the
well, I was going to say, Coach Lee's ink pen is flying now, Steve.
2:15 left to go in the ball game. Yeah. And Malvern's going to take a timeout here.
Listen, that $5,000 remark made Malvern take a timeout.
I scared their coach. He looked at the budget. He said, we got to pay what? Timeout on the field, which will give me a chance to tell you that the Pottsville Apaches trail this game 34-14, and will also give me a chance to say thank you to all of our sponsors on the Arkansas Sports Network that allowed us to bring you this fun season of Apache football. Fun because not the way things turn out tonight, but because of the progress and how far this group of young men has come. Heirloom Legal bringing you all of the Apache first downs this year. If you saw a replay, thank Cole Construction. Our Player of the Game awards brought to you by McNeely Plumbing. All of the Apache touchdowns brought to you by Roy's Heating and Air. Whenever Pottsville has kicked the ball off, you can thank Dr. K Dentistry. When the Apaches move the ball into the red zone inside the 20, Mahan Appraisal brought to you that. Diamond Ridge Construction, one of our sponsors, as was my alma mater, Arkansas Tech University. Leopards take it on the snap to Simmons. He brings it upfield to the 34 to the 35-yard line. And a tackle made there after a pickup of about 7. We're under 2 minutes to go in this ball game. As we seek the final score with 1:50 to go. Now the Leopards are subbing players in and out. And I notice coming to the sideline, Garrett Harrison, one of their starters, is limping. The Leopards are going to let this clock run almost all the way down. 10 seconds on the play clock. 34-14. Leopards leading it. Looks like they'll get to go to Johnson County next week. Simmons will take the carry, stays in bounds. He has the first down as he crosses the 45 to the 46. The officials will spot the ball ready for play. Cedric Simmons jumping up and down. He wants a play. He wants to try to score again. 1st and 10 for the Leopards, as they will get to celebrate their first round win. We'd kind of hope maybe after that tough loss to Arkadelphia, perhaps they would be overlooking the Apaches. They did not. You kind of hope maybe they would not take us very seriously. That didn't happen. They took it very seriously. Brought their A game, and they're going to come away with a win as we're under 1 minute to go in the ball game. Snap comes to Simmons, working to the left side, and a good tackle by the Apaches. Pottsville's defensive play by Caleb Turek.
Yeah, Caleb.
Yay, Caleb.
I'm going to tell you what. I know his dad's probably watching and listening, but great play there by number 14.
And we're not saying that just to kind of make that up. Turek was the only one who was going to make that stop
tackle.
on Simmons. He had no help.
Hey, listen, one-on-one tackle, open field tackle, number 14. I'm telling you, he did a great job.
Put his helmet, saw what he hit, put it right in the center of the chest, and made the stop.
Can't go anywhere without that belly button, Steve.
There you go. 20 seconds to go in the ball game. It is second down, and in the victory formation, the Leopards are going to take a knee. And your final score from Malvern tonight. The Pottsville Apaches will end their season, falling to the Malvern Leopards by a final of 34-14. And again, I think Leopards will get a chance to road trip to Johnson County. We hope they enjoy their trip over to take on the Lamar Warriors. Jim, your final thoughts on the year? We still need a McNeely McNeely Plumbing Player of the Game.
I think Justin had a good suggestion a while ago on that pass that got us back in the ball game there. In the third quarter, I believe that was Jackson Furr.
Jackson Furr on the touchdown pass made a great catch between three defenders. Jackson Furr is officially our McNeely Plumbing Player of the Game. Oh, thank you, Jim. It's been another fun year. Let's do it again in about 8 months.
Well, Steve, what a year it's been, and it's been a roller coaster, man. We had some good moments, not so good moments, but with these kids, I'm telling you. These kids are good kids, and I'm awful proud of this football team. I know the coaches are proud of them. Pottsville, you need to be proud of this football team, the band, the cheerleaders, the community. You need to rally around the programs. I'm talking from education. I'm talking about sports. I'm talking about everything. There's something special happening in Pottsville, Arkansas, and the people of Pottsville, Arkansas, you're the ones that make it special. Rally around our school district and rally around these kids. And I'm looking forward, Steve. I'll see y'all guys in about 8 months.
Justin Smith, we appreciate your work tonight, and as usual all season, bringing you the production of the Pottsville Apache ball games. Brad Caldwell with Arkansas Sports Network, my thanks to you for allowing us to do the ball games tonight. Larry Duggar is the superintendent of the Pottsville School District, and I have to say a thank you to Mr. Duggar for allowing me to be a part of the festivities tonight. A great year for the Apaches. Didn't finish quite where they wanted to, but this team came an awful long way. I'm Stephen Glenn. Thanks for your time this time. Till next time. So long, everybody.